Greetings again. Now, moving straight on to my inFAMOUS review. I have the Platinum version, and it's an exclusive game. Yes. Now, inFAMOUS was released in 2009, and I'd never ever heard of it before, but I thank every day that one of my friends introduced me to it, as it's become one of my top 10 favourite games of all time. And that's not easily said about modern day games, is it? The game puts you in the very athletic shoes of courier Cole McGrath, as he is caught rather unexpectedly in a bioelectric explosion that completely obliterates the majority of one of the 3 districts in the game. Aptly, Cole survives the explosion, but not unscathed. The game then skips ahead 2 weeks to when Cole has recovered, and you find out that Cole has been given electrical based powers, which get ridiculously cool in the later stages of the game. Cole then meets a man who bears a striking resemblance to himself based on their powers, and they quickly become enemies. Cole's task is to stop the man, find out the truth of his powers, and to eradicate the crime in the districts. What the rest of the game gives you is an amazingly thought out story, realistic feeling powers, and the most important choice of all, are you a hero or are you a villain? Boom. Presentation. What's great about inFAMOUS' presentation is that it plays out like a comic book, which is fantastic, as comic books are very well put together and very artistic. The game is set in a sandbox map, and it's also set in a time when people are struggling to get by on provisions, and you actually get to see random people in the streets fighting and killing and trying to survive. You really get to connect with these people and really start to want to help them, or since the game gives you the choice, not help them. The city itself, Empire City, which is slightly loosely based off in New York, I would like to think, will also achieve your love, as it's ergonomically designed to fit perfectly with Cole's free running skills, which are obviously amped up due to his fancy powers. The way missions are presented on the map and how you interact with people to do side missions is really easily understood and just as easy to perform. The game is very descriptive and you're never left not knowing what to do. All in all, presentation from me gets a 10 out of 10. It's fresh, easy to get to grips with, and never fails you. It's perfect. Now, graphics. I guess graphically with inFAMOUS coming out in 2009, which when you think about it wasn't that long ago, but in those days we never had games like God of War 3, Heavy Rain and Gran Turismo 5 to match up to, but inFAMOUS is actually really good. I mean, like, it's a superhero game, which is very rare, and it's a completely different age group from Sucker Punch's previous series of Sly Cooper games, and it was their first outing on the PS3, so nothing really spectacular was expected. But having said that, Cole as a main character is fantastically graphic, by a million miles the best looking thing in the game. The city itself is mediumly graphic. It's okay but nothing special, just lots of greys and browns. Most buildings in fact have neon signs on them, and I suppose they are pretty. The best thing graphically next to Cole is the electricity. It is, in one word, beautiful. It looks and feels like real electricity, reacts in the same way that it would, and has the same destructive force as real electricity. The cutscenes that aren't in the game are a joyous spectacle to watch, as it's in a graphic novel style, which is never usually performed well in games, but is nailed superbly in inFAMOUS. Graphics earns a reasonable 7 out of 10. The things that look good in the game are striking, but everything else is sadly too mediocre. Now, sound. Sound-wise, inFAMOUS is superb in that department. Characters' voices are all fitting to their personas. Even NPC voices are very well received. Cole's voice is superbly gritty and stressed. Zeke's is very accurate to how his character is perceived in the game. Trish's voice is soft and kind, which is great when it comes together with Cole and Kessler. And Kessler's voice is Cole's, but more aged and even more grittier, and sounds slightly villainous. The real showman of the sound in inFAMOUS is of course the lightning sound effects. Sharp zaps and fierce crackles give it a great personality, and in a way kind of make it a sub-character. Explosions should be given a special recognition, because I really appreciate a good explosion sound in a game. I don't know why, but there you go. There is one little niggle though. There's no background music for about 95% of the game. It's not distracting, it just feels a bit empty sometimes without it. So after that, 7 gets a near perfect 9 out of 10. Everything's great, but with no background music for the majority of the game is very, very disappointing. Pity. Now, gameplay. In inFAMOUS, gameplay is very fun and easy to do. You spend 1/3 of your game running, another third climbing buildings, and the other electrocuting every fucking possible thing you see. For just normal running, Co is very fast, and sometimes even running can be faster than climbing. Climbing is as easy as being lazy, with virtually anything being climbable. Co may not be as nimble as Ezio Auditore, or as quick as Nathan Drake, but he gets the job done. Missions in the game are simply differentiated. Blue is story-related missions and yellow is side missions. Side missions include guarding groups of people, stopping muggings, doing investigative work into murders, collecting packages, clearing diseases, retaking hospitals from the enemy to create new spawn points, tracking enemy couriers, and establishing comm links between satellite dishes to reveal new areas of the map. Electrical powers are very good to use, and the moves available to you become very, very unique after you fully upgrade them. Your lightning blast has the potential to explode onto other enemies if your headshot is hit. Your shot grenade, when flown, can split up to 7 times, meaning big boom booms. And your polarity wall can eventually deflect bullets. The best gameplay feature about inFAMOUS is the karma system. When prompted, you will have 2 choices, one good, one bad. E.g., there's a man hanging from a rope about to be executed for stealing people's rations, and you have the choice either to cut him down or leave him to his fate. Now, these decisions really actually do shape your whole experience in the game. Like, if you have hero status, adoring fans will follow you in the street, fight your enemies with you, and take photos of you. But if you have inFAMOUS status, mobs will follow you, throwing stones at you, helping your enemies, shouting abuse at you, and running away in fear. As a hero, you feel truly like a saviour, and as an inFAMOUS person, you feel like a feared anti-hero. This wraps up gameplay, which gets a 10 out of 10. Not a thing that could have been done any better at all. Perfect. Now, lasting appeal. inFAMOUS' only lasting appeal is in the form of trophies, but these trophies will require 2 to 4 full playthroughs to platinum. But what gives the game great lasting appeal is the Blast Shard trophy, because anyone that's played inFAMOUS is bound to have a story or two about their time trying to get those pesky fucking Blast Shards. So, thanks to a couple of ingenious trophies, lasting appeal gets an 8 out of 10. Even after completing the game 5 times and platinum it, I was still wanting more from it. I mean, inFAMOUS is one of my favourite, top 10 favourite games of all time, but I haven't touched it since I platinumed it. Now, for the final verdict. What we have here with inFAMOUS is a comic book brought to life. With a great story with lots of dialogue, vivid colours and even vivider characters, great plot twists and a realised fantastic ending. So, in the end, considering all other scores previously given previously, inFAMOUS scores an 8+ out of 10, which gives it an outstanding rating, meaning that it's a worthwhile experience with just a few imperfections. Games of this calibre are also must-haves, even if you're not fond of the genre. Now, that concludes my inFAMOUS review. Hope you enjoy. Hope the game looks good. I hope I make it sound good. And I hope you buy it, because you must buy it. It's a brilliant game. Must-have PS3 exclusive. True genius game, and I can't wait until inFAMOUS 2 comes. It's one of my most anticipated games. It's my most anticipated game this year. Can't fucking wait. So, that's it. So, take care. Check the channel, subscribe, comment, blah blah blah, watch videos, like, dislike even. And thanks for watching. Take care, have fun. PS3 for the win, motherfuckers. And remember, you always have a choice.